Good afternoon. This is Jared Campbell with Architects Ag Talk, and I am here with our 2025 Agribusiness First Quarter recipient, Mr. Todd Harper with Smith Equipment. Todd, how are you today?
I am doing good.
Good deal. Well, first and foremost, thank you for letting me come here by the office and visit with you kind of about your operation. I know here recently it's kind of expanded in different ways, and we'll get to that. But I guess first and foremost, I remember you guys when you was there on the O bypass at that location there on the forestry side. So Todd, let's talk a little bit how you got on, how you started, I guess, or how this all started on your side.
On my side, I started at Smith Equipment in 1993. Actually started in the shop, cleanup guy, worked my way mechanic helper, and then I worked my way into parts, kind of did everything. And then, 93, and worked here worked for the Smith brothers till 2004, and I bought the company in May of 2004 when they retired.
Okay, I didn't even know that.
Yep.
Wow, that's pretty neat. Like you said, just worked away from a shop hand, all the way up, and then now you've got even. Some days you want to go back, right?
Yeah, it'd be nice.
Do the shop hand.
It would be nice to be in a shop hand.
Yep. So on the forestry side, which I didn't grow up in the forestry world, so I know you have. And we see them out front here on display where you're at here at this location here. The old Ramsey implement places, we still call this here. Skidders, I don't know all the lingo, she'll have to help me. I know skidders, cutters,
loaders, delimbers, and that's pretty much the three major. The forestry's got quite a bit more. They've got cut to length, track stuff, but we're mostly just those three standard pieces in this area.
Because that's kind of this area you're made.
Yeah.
Roughing it just for a perspective to the listeners that are not in the forestry world, what are we talking? Cost-wise? Investments from one machine to, to run an operation.
Roughly right now, each machine will run you roughly $400,000 a piece, and you're looking at two loaders, two skidders, one cutter. So you're roughly looking at 5 machines just for the harvesting side. Then they've got numerous trucks. You can spend $2 million real easy and not have still not have a full crew or a full equipment lineup.
Sure. Well. And like what you just said, crew, that's a whole other word today, right?
Oh, yeah.
Help.
Help. Yeah, that's the biggest thing. They're not pushing. We don't have anything really around here for training on forestry.
Yeah.
And it's getting to be less and less people going into the woods.
Yep. Well, and a lot of your mom pop deals you saw even from when you was in the company working your way up. There was a lot of them, especially the up north area. A lot of those old families that logged it even by the old school ways, I called it, with the teams and on, just couldn't afford it.
We probably lost 20 contractors in the last 20, 30 years. That's one away. There's not much younger generation getting in it because there's really not much around here as far as training and stuff for it.
Even on the farming side, before you could stay at home and have 40 acres and some mama cows and make a living.
Yeah.
Them days are gone.
Yeah, and like you're talking about, the farming's all big business now. There's no mom and pop farms left. It's all many acres under one.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Corporate is what we kind of call it now.
Corporate or commercial farming.
Yeah. For sure on that. And so, or if you want to farm, you got to have a town job or something else to help.
Yeah.
It's just the way it is. And I hate it, but hey, nothing we can do about it. And
that's the way it falls out. Yeah.
And I do know here in the county, we still have some local companies, logging crews. I don't know
they're all, as far as local, that's one thing logging has not went commercial like the farming.
Yes.
They're all local. They're all local guys.
Mm-hmm. Being here in Idabel, but you probably see equipment coming from the Arkansas area. Louisiana, Texas.
I've got customers pretty much Interstate 20 north in Texas.
Okay.
And then I go all of Oklahoma for Tiger Cat. And then Arkansas, I've got customers all the way from Glenwood. We pull probably from 100 to 150 mile.
Okay.
So I've got quite a few. I get all 3 states, Oklahoma, Texas, and Arkansas.
Where would be the next, Tiger Cat dealer? or something like that.
The nearest dealer is at D-Queen, which they're not Tiger Cat. They're Weiler.
Gotcha.
And then the next Tiger Cat dealer, there's really none close. Well, there's one in Arkadelphia.
Oh, yeah, so still a good little haul,
Still a
though.
good pull,
Yeah.
And then there's Lufkin, Texas. Is the
Okay.
nearest.
Well, like I said, that's a pretty good circle just for that side.
Of course,
so,
now we've got Yellow House here in Broken Bow, the
True.
John Deere dealer, and then we got Stribling in Texarkana.
Okay, yeah. And then also we even talked yet on your shop side here.
Yeah.
I mean, you've expanded the shop and the mechanics you have here.
Oh yeah. And we moved in this new building. We were in that building till 2015. We moved out here in the Ramsey building, and it's really, we went from, I think we were 10,000 square feet, and we got 16. We're at 25,000 square feet. And this building here, I always tell John and when Joe was alive, Ramsey, but they really thought when they built this building in the late 70s, early 80s, they were really thinking, because this building is top notch. It's got overhead cranes, big doors. I mean, they were really thinking, back then, because farm tractors, they wouldn't.
Yeah.
The equipment has went crazy wild. I mean, like I say, this shop out here, when we moved out here, it has really brought the business on and
Sure.
brought better. I've got had good mechanics before, but this has kind of opened it up for everybody. Kind of looked up.
Like anything, is a mechanic want to stay home.
Yeah.
To stay home and work or not be on the road or on
Yeah.
the pipeline or whatever it is. Like you said, he can come here, or you come in as he's a customer before.
Yeah.
And go, wow.
Yeah.
And so it's and then not just that, even your hydraulic side. I know a lot of people, even myself, that come to the back door, and any type of fitting you need, you have it. I mean,
our hydraulic, we've got extensive hydraulic, but that's one of our biggest businesses, hydraulics, because there's really nobody close. There's a local parts store that does a little bit, but we've got extensive hydraulic.
Well, when you're talking, I mean, how big are some of these hoses on some of these machines in the log? I mean,
the forestry stuff, we go up. We can build up to 2-inch stuff, but 1.5 is real popular.
Yeah,
but they go through a lot of hydraulic stuff. On the forestry stuff.
Yeah, and the fluid included.
Yes.
So that's pretty neat. I mean, how, like I said, start on the forestry side and how you guys are still just, even with things going on in today's world. So let's talk a little bit what we talked about before we started here about the tariffs and a lot of your equipment coming out of Canada and things like that.
Yeah, so and that's the global, like I say, the president's trying to do the best he can, but we've kind of went to a global market and we're not going to get it changed overnight. It didn't happen overnight and it's not going to get fixed overnight. But, I'm just as bad. I tell the story. I want a 100-inch TV for $1,500.
Yes.
But, in reality, if we were building it in the U.S., that TV would be $5,000. So, we've caused the problem, and we need to get it fixed. But we've got to look at the big picture before we, like I say, the tariffs are going to hurt everybody. I mean, it's going to hurt the beef, chicken, forestry. Everything that we're in. We've got forestry business, we've got farmers, we got chicken farmers, cattle, and I mean it's going to hurt. It's going to affect every portion of this county.
Oh yeah, it will, and it has been. Like you said, even COVID hit, everybody knows stuff went sky high, or you couldn't get a hold of it, parts or whatever.
Yeah.
What did you see? You think on just some of the increase the price of some of the equipment?
The equipment went up 20 to 30%. Usually you can figure 3 to 4% a year increase on parts and equipment. I mean, that's normal. I mean, that's normal increase. But, we went, 30. Roughly those machines that were costing $400 were costing $300. Now, if the tariff hits, that machine's going to cost $500. We're going to go 4 to 5. And the forestry market is just not there. I mean, the price of lumber would be, nobody could afford to build a house.
It's like back when lumber was crazy, at one point.
It would do the same thing. I mean, roughly you could build a nice home for $150, $200 a square.
Yes.
Now you're probably looking at $300 to $400 a square. And I mean it's just not there.
It's just real numbers, and it just dominoes down all the way to the consumer.
And like I say, I haven't looked at the tariffs and stuff, but as far as the Canadian tariffs, we need to look at it a little deeper. Like I say, the China stuff, I don't agree with a high tariff on any of it. We've got to make it worthwhile. We need to make them export and import just as much. And I mean, that's the biggest thing. And that's my answer to it.
Yeah. Well, I agree 100%. And, and then we might not see it might be, we're in the spring of 25 right now, and it might be a year. I mean,
I would give it 2 to 3 years.
Yeah.
I mean, he'll be lucky to get it fixed in 4 years because, like I say, and this is another story I tell people, I need to lose 80 pounds, and this didn't happen overnight. And I can't lose 80 pounds in 3 days. If I did, it ain't going to be good.
That's right. Something's wrong.
So, yeah, I mean, that's what I go back. I didn't do this to myself in 6 months, but that's what I tell everybody.
Yeah. No, you're right. So, on the Canada, so on those machines, say which you have some out here in inventory, but if a guy wants to order one, what are you talking like lead way now to get one?
Well, as far as Tiger Cat's been real good. They've kept everything's back pre-COVID. I mean, we're back 60, 90-day lead time on stuff, so it's come back. And on the Kubota side, we were receiving machines that they had ordered in 21.
Wow.
So, I mean, that's where, but it's coming now. Now we're seeing, lead time on stuff 60 to 90 days.
Okay.
So that's about where it was before.
Yeah. And that's not bad, especially if the man has something he needs or a certain model or whatever it is. And,
And dealers have got better. In COVID, you couldn't trade anything in forestry or farm tractors or whatever. Nobody was giving anything up. Now, dealers have got stuff stocked. We're back to real good stock on stuff, and dealers are back to trading with each other, which helps out.
Sure. Yep. Well, and you mentioned we'll kind of transition into that now. Let's talk about Kubota. When all that kind of took place, Mr. Moyer and everything.
Me and Daryl have been talking for 3 or 4 years, and he didn't want to get out, and he did want to get out. It was one of those deals, it worked out for both of us. He kept the rental down there, and then we brought the new sales up here. And the way Kubota made us do it, me and Daryl actually partners on the Kubota stuff for a few years.
Sure.
They didn't allow a full buyout. But me and Daryl graduated high school, been friends since middle school, graduated the same year. And I was actually going to go to work for him. He started in 2002, I believe. And I was actually going to go to work for him when the Smiths approached me to purchase them out, which I wanted to do that anyway. But I've always been a fan of Kubota, which we were a Mahindra dealer. And I took on Mahindra. I looked at the other lines when I did, and Mahindra was probably the best one I could look at, which they just didn't offer the full line like Kubota did. And like I say, me and Daryl had been talking for 3 or 4 years, and I finally talked him out of it. And he's enjoying being a little bit slower. But
I think so.
He enjoys dirt work and rock, and he likes playing on excavators.
That's what they playing. Yeah.
He likes to do that. And the service side of it, he didn't. This is what I grew up doing, and
yes.
I mean. So the Kubota stuff's turned out really, really good. I mean, they've got a good product. I mean, good financing and stuff like that. So,
yeah, and just looking out, I mean, you have lots of inventory when you drive by every day.
Yeah. Then that's one thing, Daryl dealt with COVID, 20 to 23. He was limited on stuff, but when he brought it up here, it seems like they just kept getting truck after truck after truck, which is good because Kubota's real good about, we've got good terms and stuff. So we need, we got pretty low. We had a good year last year, had a real good end of the year. And so, we were out of quite a bit of stuff, and it started rolling back in. So the Kubota stuff's been real good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I mean that's what from your mom and pop side, like you said, a little on the hobby side.
Yeah.
From the small tractors to the mowers to the skid steers, and then I noticed you just got here the other day. I called the stand behind. Stand on, and so
skid steer. Yeah. We just got approved for it. Should be able to get all the construction stuff. We're working on getting everything from Kubota.
Okay. Yeah. So on the mechanic side, did you bring some of his mechanics?
Yes, I brought. I actually just brought one of his. I had 4, so which we've got 4 now. But I brought in a secretary, the sales lady, the service manager, service lady, and then one mechanic. I brought 4 from him, and then I've got the DeQueen store too.
I forgot about that. So
Yeah.
you do have the D.
Yeah. I've got the DeQueen store where I've got 5 over there. So
Okay, all right. Same location there. It is.
yes, yeah, same location.
Yeah.
And we plan on building a new building over there. I'm gonna say not near future, but we plan on expanding in DeQueen.
Well, I know that place at DeQueen is like anything. It's right on the road. It's good, but it's small. It's
small.
tight. Yeah, that's the word.
It's kind of like the first building I was in. We had first building we were 2 acres and small shop, everything. Of course, it was built. The Smiths opened up in 1968 on the bypass. So I mean, in 1968, and they actually opened as a Ford dealer. They started with Ford tractor. They were Ford tractor dealers up until late 70s. So that's how when they got started, they were building the first. They called them log hogs, but they were a Ford 4000 tractor, and they built a small skidder out of them. And that's how they kind of got started. They were a Ford dealer, they were a Bobcat dealer, and then they took on the forestry, the big forestry stuff.
Sure.
Yeah.
I mean, they were the only ones in the area.
Oh yeah. When they started, there was Ramsey's, I guess, doing John Deere, and then there was Ford dealer, and that was John Deere and Ford. Of course, we had Massey later on with Fraser's, but that's they come a long way since 1968.
Yeah. And it makes you wonder, like, what are we going to do now when you look ahead? I mean, as big as these machines are.
Well, and that's what I tell everybody. One thing the loggers are dealing with is price, and these machines evolve so fast from late 1998, 99, 2000, well, early 90s, 93, 94, they come out with a fellow buncher, and these machines have evolved so fast. I mean, the production, and now these machines, I really don't see the way they can make these machines any more productive.
Sure.
So they've kind of hit a floor, that, used to, you wanted more wood to haul more wood, you get a bigger machine. But the machines have become pretty massive.
Yeah. Well, and even you get much bigger, how do we haul this thing?
Right.
I mean, they're already so massive. You meet one.
Yeah. I mean, there's, they're massive machines. So.
Yeah. So it's that's interesting. Well, like I said, it's and I was sure glad to see that. Whenever I'd heard about the transition from Daryl or I said the transition, or you guys are still partners, but that it was still a small hometown guy, a small town guy, not a corporation.
And that's why, and to throw this in on Daryl, and that's one reason he sold to me. Daryl could have sold out and made better profit, but he wanted to keep it local. He had other deals that were approached to him over the years, and he wanted to keep it local. And I mean, that's, Daryl, that he's all about local, keeping everything as much as he could local. And I really appreciate him allowing me to get the Kubota stuff because they've got a good product.
Yes.
And I believed in Kubota. That's what I laugh. I tell everybody I've had a Kubota mower since 2002. I bought one from him in 2002, 2003. And I always told, I had different brands because couldn't get Kubota because he had them. I mean, you had to buy them out if you wanted Kubota. But we always joked he was the first one to know that I was going to be a Mahindra dealer. I went to him before, and me and him discussed it. We talked. I mean, we were competitors, but we weren't competitors.
Exactly.
Because I would rather see. I'd rather see somebody go buy something from Darryl or Ralph, somebody local. I mean, than go out of county or state, whatever, to buy something.
Exactly.
I mean, there was enough business to go around. I just wanted them. I want customers to stay local.
Well, yeah. Well, like anything. Well, and it's different. You're like me. I mean, this is you grew up here, you've worked here, you live here. You're going to be here.
Yeah, I'm going to be here.
So this kind of our little world. And to me, I'm the same way about the local deal for one, buying local. But I look at, and I know the guys do this for you. It's now turned to, it's kind of like pickups now. I look at service more than what I can get the best deal, really.
Right.
I mean,
at the end of the day, I buy all my stuff local, and I've never argued about price or nothing because when at the end of the day, I can take it back down there and get service. Service boils down to all of it, and not to kick these big box stores, but you know,
Yeah.
you go buy something from a big box store, they don't have any mechanics. You know, that's what gets me. I mean, don't get me wrong, you can't pay double what something's worth, but I mean, for $200 or $300, I don't even.
That's it. Same way.
You know, because the big box stores, they're selling it one day and they're not the next. You can't get blades, you can't get belts, you can't get service.
Yeah,
I mean, you know, and that's what, you know, that's what I look at.
Oh yeah. Well, that's still, and just kind of like any of these machines now. Yeah, we've got computers.
Oh,
and
yeah.
If you can't,
yeah.
you're done. I mean, so
yeah, it started. I've become a tire cat dealer. Like I say, bought Smith in 2004, and it took me a couple of years to get Tiger Cat. We didn't have Tiger Cat. The Smith brothers did, and I got Tiger Cat in 2006. We had no kind of computers or nothing like that. It was just starting. But anyway, got my first machine in, and my main mechanic said, "What are we going to do if it breaks down?" I said, "We'll figure it out." And we have. I mean, but it has, the electronics have got crazy. You know, we just spent, I think, $10,000 to update our Kubota laptops.
Wow.
So, I mean, with, and then the forestry stuff, updating. I mean, computers become a big part of it.
Yes, yeah. Like a lot of these machines have. I mean, trust me, they've made things easier and get things done faster. I mean, like you said, on our sizes or whatever we're doing. But again, like you said, like anything called DEF or computers.
Computers, yeah. You about have to have, which my guys have done real good, but you about have to have two guys go out on every job, one reading the computer and one mechanicking.
Yeah, literally.
But the electronics they've come a long ways with electronics.
Yeah. You have one or two service trucks?
I've got two here in Idabel and then one in Decoy.
So and I'll see those guys along the roads.
Yeah.
For anything like you said. I mean, so
now the Decoy store, we're just doing ag right now.
Yes,
no forestry,
no forestry stuff there. Yeah, it's
and I mean that's big investment. Somebody don't think labor rates went up and it's higher than I want it to be, but I've got two service trucks and actually I've got two that stay on the road and one spare, but you'll spend $125,000 just on rigging the truck up.
Oh, easy.
Well, not putting any tools in it, just getting it ready to go. So I mean, you can spend a lot of money real quick.
And that's either 1 ton or 2 ton, whatever you go with the bed.
We've got 350s, 450s, and 550s.
Yeah, there you go. And so it. People. I mean, a lot of people don't realize, but the guys that do realize are the ones that you deal with daily.
Right.
So
roughly, we bought 2 new delivery trucks, 223 models, and we've roughly got it and the trailer together $90,000.
Yeah,
just for a delivery truck. So I mean, it's you got a lot of investment.
Yeah, lots of overhead, lots of insurance and liabilities and all the above. But I guess one kind of quick thing, kind of something I say fairly new, you can kind of give us a story that you was able to get it where you can tell us exactly how you purchased it or how it worked out with state and all that information, but. Building right here beside you in tag office now.
Oh yeah.
Oh right. Yeah. You forgot about that.
Yeah. My wife asked me. She said, "Have you lost your mind?" No, I had actually just bought a new place. I guess we've had it 3 years, but anyway, I had some property in Cisco.
Oh yes, yeah.
And the local tag agent, she was wanting to retire, and they wanted the property, so we did a little swapping.
Okay. Yeah.
Which I'd purchased the building next to me, which used to be the body shop, and he was a Ramsey too.
Okay.
Edgar, the son.
I didn't realize that was
that was John and John's boy, Edgar.
Okay.
On the body shop, and of course with Kubota, I needed some more storage room, and we're in the middle of purchasing the body shop. We pretty much got it done. He's working on getting his stuff out, but then I had an office in the front of it, and I thought, well, might as well.
So I may put something else in there, right?
Might as well start something else.
Let's stay up a little later at night, right?
Right. Well, my wife was bored. She didn't have nothing. She had a couple hours a day spare, so I figured, I think it'll be pretty good. You know how state jobs are.
Oh yes, yeah. Well, between that and having to deal with the state on and that stuff, and that's another computer deal. That stuff's changing.
Oh yeah, I mean, the girls over there, we've got 4 that work for us, my wife and then 3 other girls, and then I help too. You get so many different questions.
Oh, yes. Yeah,
But
yeah.
it'll be good. Like I say, they were ready to retire and ready to slow down, so
Sure.
it worked out pretty good.
Well,
It might be my retirement.
There you go.
Well, I told my wife I'd let her work the front, and I'll work on cars and stuff in the back.
You can play, right?
I'll play.
Yeah, it's a tanker.
Yeah,
And then
yeah.
just, if you want to walk over here, well, you can walk over to him when you're tired.
That's
right?
right.
And so, yeah.
And I've got my youngest son. He's actually mechanicing for me,
Okay.
and I hope he works. I hope he wants this one day, but
Well, sure.
if not,
Yeah.
we'll work something out. But he's really fell in the role of mechanic, and he tried a year of college, and he decided that wasn't for him. So
Understand.
I told him I had him plenty to do.
They literally, yeah.
But I hope he takes over because, like I say, this has been a family business since it started.
Exactly. Just keeps the tradition going,
Yeah.
so it's, well, and that's, again, I was glad to see on the tag side, and I knew last time I was in the old office over there,
Yeah.
they were wanting to slow down and just enjoy life and
Yeah.
vacation more. And so I was glad to see someone local was able to
Yeah.
work with the state and,
Oh yeah,
give it
it's
a year
going to be
or so.
real good. We went in and had to remodel, which I like the way state did that. I mean, I kind of argue them at first. We had to paint the walls a certain color, certain floor color, but after we got it done, I really see, you want to look professional, and it looks nice,
Yeah.
and you're not just thrown into all these little old buildings. And I mean, they kind of, when they went from Oklahoma Tax Commission, now they're Service Oklahoma, of course, but when they did that, they kind of and put I don't know what you call it, criteria.
yeah,
And
kind of
like I say,
specs and all.
specs and stuff,
Yeah.
and it looked really nice. So.
Yeah. Well, that's good. Well, again, I'm glad to see that here and going and running as well. And I know if anything, that side will stay busy also.
Oh yeah,
I mean,
it's crazy on how many people they have come in and out, and most people, they're just like me. They're paying taxes and they're not happy already. So I mean, everybody's got to pay taxes, but you just have to. The girls we got over there are real good. They're learning, and we're not even a month in it yet.
I know, yeah.
We started the February 18th. So
Wow. So, so it ain't even been 3 weeks probably. And so, but So, well, good deal. Well, listen, Tom, thanks very much for your time.
Yeah.
I really appreciate it. And like I said, we'll have a write-up in the newspaper also. I know the girls there at the Gazette called you the other day about doing a write-up for the paper as well. So congratulations on that. And first, thanks for what you do here, and thanks for the hometown business. And I mean, you understand because you've been on both sides.
Oh yeah,
and
I mean the local people mean a lot. I mean it's a big deal. I mean we've got a tight knit community, and I never wanted to leave. Most kids, a lot of kids want to leave, but there's so many opportunities here, and I just enjoy McCurtain County.
Exactly. Yep. Same way. So, well, sounds good. Well, thanks so much, and we'll look forward to talking to you again.
All right.
So, thank you all for joining us today here. This is Jared Campbell with Architects I Talk, and we'll see you on the next one.